I am actually quite dumbfounded by how good this 2017 $400 camera is performing in comparison to my 2 micro four thirds camera, the Beast, the Panasonic G9, which costs about $2,000 with the kit lens, and the budget micro four thirds 4K camera, the EM1. This would be a more comparable camera to the Canon 200D, which also costs about the same price, about $400. So in this video, we are going to test out the audio and the low light capabilities between these 3 cameras and also the iPhone XS. So stay tuned, let's get to it. What is up guys, Charles from 3Thanks Dev, and welcome to today's video on the Canon 200D or the SL2. I'm going to be launching a mini-series of a few videos in terms of comparisons between the Canon 200D and the other cameras that I have, such as the Panasonic G9, the EM1, the iPhone XS, my Google Pixel 1, and also the GoPro 6 and 7. So it will be a pretty interesting ride as we take this, my very first Canon DSLR, the 200D, on this journey. So far I have been pretty impressed by the autofocus and the low light capability. So today we're going to test out the audio on these 4 gadgets, the 4 cameras, and also the low light capability. So if you want to stay tuned for all the rest of these challenges the Canon 200D is going to face, please subscribe to my channel and keep a lookout for these videos over the next few weeks. So right now, like I said, audio test first. I am using the Rode microphone at this very moment on the Canon 200D, but I'm going to remove that. I'm just going to use the mics on the cameras itself, the G9 and the EM1, and also the iPhone XS. So let's get to it. So right now, first test for the audio. This is on the Canon 200D. I'm using the 18mm lens, and we're just testing on the audio at arm's length. This would be pretty much like vlogging style. So we're also going to shoot in low light while doing the vlogging. So here I go as I go into the darker areas of the house leading to outside. You can also see the autofocus in low light conditions and also some sort of stabilization. This is in low light conditions. It's actually like midnight right now. Yep, so that's actually pretty good. Pretty good stuff from the Canon 200D in low light conditions. Okay, so right now we are on the Panasonic G9, also in arm's length vlogging style, and then we're gonna move across from the hall with light into the darker areas of the house. Also check out the stabilization. We're going outside vlogging style as usual. Also test out the stabilization. This is at 12 millimeters. The stabilization is pretty insane. With the dual IS on the body as well as the lens, the Power OIS lens. Okay, so this would be the smallest and lightest of the three cameras, the EM1, shooting at 4K right now, 30 frames per second, vlogging style, arm's length, same as the other two. Testing out the audio, and then we're gonna, this camera has no flip out screen, so I'm not so sure whether the camera is in focus or not, but we're gonna do vlogging style anyway. There isn't any stabilization on the lens or the camera. I'm just holding it handheld just like the other two. Performance in low light for these videos as well as the audio. So you can see some focusing issues on the EM1. Waiting for a car to go past. Okay, so no cars go past. Okay, so last of all, I'm using the iPhone XS. I'm using the back camera, not the front camera. The back camera is a 12 megapixel f1.8, so it should perform well in low light. Vlogging style as well, arm's length. Testing out the audio. I believe the audio should be best on the iPhone XS, but we'll need to check it out later and see whether or not the microphone is better than the cameras. Very smooth, very buttery. Very nice colors as well. The f1.8 a walking handheld. It does have optical image stabilization. Alright, so that was the comparison between all four devices. Overall, for me, I think that the most value for money in terms of quality is, and performance, overall value for money, $1,200 would be the iPhone XS. With its small form factor, it's so simple to use, extremely good battery life, good photos, and 4K 60 frame videos. So I think that is actually very good, the iPhone XS. But if it boiled down to only the three cameras, the Canon 200D, the Panasonic G9, and the EM1, I think for audio, the Panasonic G9 actually did a slightly better job than the Canon 200D and the EM1. I don't know what you guys think, but to me it had slightly better noise cancellation and the words were slightly clearer. My speaking was slightly clearer. But the more important thing is, in the low light challenge, I think that the best performance among all three cameras was the Canon 200D. This $400 camera actually performed so much better than the EM1 and the Panasonic G9. It does show that the APS-C sensor does make a difference in comparison to the Micro Four Thirds sensor. So good job with the Canon 200D in the low light photography and video as well. And autofocus was great. Even in low light conditions, the autofocus was really good. Even for the iPhone XS, it actually kept losing focus every now and then. The G9 was not too bad, but the EM1 was constantly out of focus in the low light conditions. But in terms of photos, the Panasonic G9 among the four devices actually performed the worst, and it actually is the most expensive among all four devices. So it's quite surprising that the G9 for photographs is really bad. I even tried once using the 17mm f1.8 lens on this body, and it was also pretty bad. So even the EM1 actually performed better. The photos look better and brighter than the Panasonic G9. But overall, in terms of the three cameras, I think that the Canon 200D did the best. I think even slightly better than the iPhone XS. So that's all for this video. Leave a comment in what you think had the best photos or the best videos among all four devices. And the next challenge I'll be doing is the Canon 200D versus the GoPro 6 Black and the GoPro 7 Black. So catch you in the next video. Peace.